What's up guys, my name's Heroes here on this Destiny video. In today's video we're going to be doing the top 5 ships in Destiny, and this means the top 5 ships in my opinion are based on a lot of factors, including the way the ship looks, the originality compared to like how many other ships there are in the game of that type, as well as just the difficulty to acquire, all contribute to how I rate these ships. And of course this is to the current meta right now when House of Wolves is released and not the Taken King. So anyways, this actually was a suggestion by Poisonous Production. It says on the top 5 ships in the game. If you guys want your comment featured in the next video, make sure you leave a comment down below giving me some crazy ideas that you think somebody would want. Make sure you include hashtag Diachronic Top 5 in your comment, or tweet at me on Twitter, and I will make sure to include it in the next video on the next top 5. Just sit back, relax, and have this popsicle. You guys know you want it. Come on! Come on! You know you want it. Whoa! Whoa. Okay. Whoa. But anyways, without further ado, let's move into the top 5 ships in Destiny. Coming in at number 5 is Chasing Infinity. This is actually the Queen's Wrath ship that was actually only available for the first few times the Queen's Wrath bounties actually came into the tower. If you guys don't know, when the first time the Queen's Wrath came into the tower, she had these bounties and stuff. It was like, hey, go do this thing, get you reputation for us, and if you do certain things, you can actually get some cool stuff from us, the shader, the ship, the class item, and this is one of the original ships that came with it, and you cannot get ever again without the Queen's Wrath bounty. I'm not sure if they're gonna have another Queen's Wrath bounty inside the tower or any of that stuff, but from what it seems, the Queen's Wrath is actually still completely just contained inside the Wreath now, and you can no longer get this ship in the game. Personally, I don't really like the shape of this ship. It's very, very common. It's one of the most common shapes you can get out there, but it's the only time you can ever get it with this paint job from the Queen's Wrath, and it is actually one of the most original ships in the game. If you have the ship, nobody else will have this ship. So if you're looking for originality, this is one of the most original ships you can get in the game, because nobody else will have this paint job. Coming in at number 4 in the top 5 ships in the game is the Catch Me If You Can. Now this ship I find to be one of the coolest ships in the game, just for the fact that it looks very, very original. I really love how it's very snout nose, you know, where it's very stout and short, and it's not like these ship that goes out into the frontal direction. It's kind of a wide ship and kind of a tall ship, and it has these epic little X-wings on the side. You can see here lots of different doodads that come out, look like they could prod you with electricity, and just kind of overall looks very cool. I love the green and black. That makes it look very, very intense against the background. There's a lot of green and black ships which are pretty cool, but this one definitely stands out among them because it has like the X-wing kind of double wings in the side, as well as just kind of the original type thing where it's not like very flat and long in the front. So I think this one's actually really cool. To get this one, I believe it's a random drop in the Strike playlist. If not, then it's a random drop in the Crucible, but I'm pretty sure it's in the Strike playlist. If you just keep on doing it, it's a random drop, and it is kind of difficult to get because of the fact it's random and all that stuff. Coming in at the number 3 ship in the game is the Valkyrie 05X. Now this one is actually a very, very rare ship. It's not often that I see somebody with this ship. Again, it's one of those random drops inside of the random playlist and all that stuff, but this ship just seems to be the ship that I cannot get, and I've done so many strikes and I still can't believe I have not gotten. It has a nice black finish with a nice yellow design, although not very, very striking yellow. It's very dirty yellow. You can see in the picture here that it's got like parts of dirt on it, even though it's like in space and there's no dirt in space. I will charge you if you find a nice little you know, a nice little tree in space with a little soil patch. There ain't no dirt in space, if I do say so myself. But this ship, it looks really, really nice, very sleek. Again, it's one of those ships that's very common. It's very, very common body type, or it's very, very well known. But this paint job just makes it really, really look cool. I really love black with pretty much any striking color. Really brings out this the nice detail in the ship, and this one is just very, very nice compared to those other ships that look very, very weird, look like trash dumps, and look like trash, you know, those dump truck looking things, huge, as well as the one that just look very, very, very annoying. But this one is just, it's just the paint job, and I don't see it very often. I think it's just a really cool design for the ship. And again, I was trying to get very wide variation on the ships for the actual top 5 here. Coming in at number 2 in the countdown of the top 5 ships in the game is the Ceres Galley yet. Now, if you guys haven't seen this ship, you probably haven't been playing with anybody with the DLC. To get this ship, you have to reach, I believe, level 3 in the Queen's Wrath, or the Queen's reputation over at that girl with the flipping knife. I cannot believe Petra. If you go to Petra, this is off the cuff. You go to Petra, get level 3 in the Queen's Wrath, Queen's reputation. You can buy this ship from her, and this is the series Galley. To be able to get the other version that looks just like this one on, I think it's called the Hildian something. There's another one just like this, but it's pretty much the exact same with a slightly different tint of blue in it. But again, if you're gonna look for this ship and just looking for a ship that actually looks cool, look for the ship. This ship is actually easier to get than the other one. I think you have to do the actual Prison of Elders or something like that. But anyways, the series Galley, it's a very, very unique looking ship. Not too difficult to get in the game, but it's just very, very unique. The only problem is that everybody goes for it, and everybody wants it in the game, and it's just one of those things that everybody has. Everybody seems to be calling them dolphins because they're just like blue things, but it's very original. I'm happy they're going for those like crazy looking things in the game because I'm happy to see what kind of like whacked out crazy things there are in the future. But anyways, coming in at number 1, you guys are not going to believe what number 1 is. Coming in at the number 1 ship in Destiny is the Arcadia class jump ship. You guys guessed it, the original game, the original ship in the game. It's the first ship that you actually do get. It's the most original. I'm kidding. I know you guys are about to start flipping out. I know you guys are just about to go in the comments and start to cuss me out on them one. Yeah, you hit that backspace button. Yeah, I'm watching you, that one guy, Dave. I'm watching you. That one guy whose name is Dave, he's probably freaking out right now. But anyways, on the number 1 ship in the game, from, in my opinion, is the Cold Snap BKR. Is the blue version of the ship that Vraxis or Varix, yeah, Varix actually sells to you. So the guy with the Prison of Elders over in the Reef, you can buy from him. I think it's level 3 or level 4 of these guys. You have a bunch of different colors. You got yellow, you got red, you got blue, you got slightly different blue. And if you guys didn't know, the designs on each one of these is actually different. The white parts right here, it looks like this nice little icicles, stalactites that are actually dripping down the thing, and I really like it, as well as the fact there's a slight difference on the back part. I think on the first ship, on the most on the left, there's a very smooth, and then the next one has like antennas going up. This one's very clean design, as well as a lot of different cool parts on it, which is why I picked this one out of the other ones, as well as the blue is very, very nice. And a lot of people go for that red and that yellow, so I'm kind of surprised. Usually I think, oh, people are gonna go for the blue, but instead this is the one. And the reason I like this one is not because it's very, very difficult to get, because it's not. It's just that it looks very, very nice, and I really like the way it looks compared to the other ones. And again, these new ships that they're bringing out, they look really cool. And from the back, I don't actually have a picture right now from the back, this ship actually looks really, really cool. Kind of looks like this X-wing kind of design where it has the thrusters and the X pattern, and it really does look really cool. So if you like bat boosting off in the distance, you can see it from behind, and it really does look really cool. But anyways, that's the top 5 Destiny ships in the game. Again, this is based on all of my opinion. There's tons of other ships in this game. There's other ships in the game. I'm going to give an honorable mention to the New Monarchy ship, the Eternity, I'm not even sure it's real. There's a couple other ships, the new faction ships. Those are all really, really cool. They did make my top 5. Most of them just because they're just kind of common ships, and as well as the fact that there's some ships that really desire a shout out and that really, really look cool. Again, all in my opinion. So huge shout out and honorable mention to these guys out there. I'm not even sure if some of these are real. I tried to stay away from the ones that I couldn't really find any real evidence of being real in the game. Like the Eternity to Eternity, I don't actually think it's in the game, or at least it's deep in the files, because it said it was supposed to be a data mine ship, but it's not actually the game. Otherwise, that would have been number 1 because it looks badass as hell. Anyways, that's the video for you guys today. Again, if you wanted to enter one of your suggestions for the top 5s in the future, make sure you leave a suggestion down below. It'd be like, hey, hashtag Diachronic top 5. I think you should do a top 5 blank. And then I think in these top 5s, I think this should be a part of it or something like that. Leave your comments down below. Again, if you guys, if I do pick your comment, I will include your comment in the next top 5. So make sure you think of something that's some crazy ideas, as well as something that you think people would want to watch in the next top 5. But anyways, again, that's the video for you guys today. I hope you guys did enjoy. My name's Vanguard, and I'll see you guys on the next one.